Welcome to Brainstorm MTG. I'm ELD. This is Fast Effect, double speed Magic the Gathering from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Mass. And here we have round number 2 of the ELD Legacy Open. Kenton on Bomberman versus Andrew on a Wrenn and 6 Loam deck. 4-color Loam using Wrenn and 6 perhaps better than any of the other strategies. I mean, you've got Mox Diamond enabling a turn 1 Wrenn and 6 with value, building a mana base, accelerating, getting great use out of Wrenn and 6 moving forward. It's really just an incredibly solid card, and in this matchup, maybe at its weakest. We'll see how this goes. I mean, Bomberman, incredibly explosive, and not really interested in, kind of poking around doing 1 point of damage. I mean, they're looking to swing for the fences. So, yeah, we'll see how this goes. Even an ideal draw for this Loam deck may not line up particularly well. And a Chalice at 1, along with 2 Lion's Eye Diamonds, and Andrew not playing a land yet. Mox Diamond, discarding Grove of the Burn Willows. Oh, very interesting. So declining to actually play a land on the first turn, as he did not have a land to go along with Mox Diamond, believing he was going to draw one off the top, does like a champion, plays it, and I gotta believe he's going to be playing a Wrenn and 6 here to recoup this land? No, a Sylvan and a Chalice at 0. So very interesting. Andrew's kind of scouted out the other side and running Chalice at 0 into the Chalice. Still going to allow him to churn with this Thran Dynamo, casting Karn off the top, sacking these 2 LEDs. Taking a peek, still has 2 mana floating, and he is going to uptick, showing a Mentor and a Mox Opal, which is not going to be able to be cast. Now, future Karns, the great Karn the Great Creators, will take care of this opposing Chalice very easily. And he is just churning through his library. Comes to an end, passes the turn here. Andrew does get in on tap step. Will it be his last one? Sylvan Library, taking a look. Mystic Forge, such a powerful card, restricted in Vintage, and I'm actually really excited about that. You're looking at a kind of an important time in Legacy here, where we're starting to get cards as 4-ofs that are incredibly powerful, that you can't play as 4-ofs in Vintage. So, a Mystic Forge deck from Legacy now not strictly worse than it would be if you played it in Vintage. Same with Dredge, losing Golgari Grave Troll. So we've had a few cards like that, Lion's Eye Diamond style cards, which are really, really powerful. And now we're just starting to see some more, which is, I think, a great thing for Legacy. Monastery Mentor coming back from this Karn, and we're going to see a lot of spells played directly into this Chalice. So many 0 drops. He's got 3 down, and it's almost a question of how much further he wants to go. A Walking Ballista. He will likely play it through as far as he can. But each additional 0 drop now going to serve as an overrun effect, pumping the entire team. So at this point, he does have enough guys on board. He just needs to play a couple of spells, and that will be a wrap. The Monk tokens and Monastery Mentor having prowess. Walking Ballista does miss out on that, but he's willing to throw an extra point in there with Set removing a counter. Knight of the Reliquary. Even if it could assemble a 2020, we're not sure if he has the depths build in here or not, but even if he did, would not be enough to stop this onslaught. Renin 6 comes down. It can kill a Walking Ballista or a Monk. He actually goes instead for a Punishing Fire. All right, I mean, this is something. Punishing Fire, taking out that not Auriok Salvage, is the Monastery Mentor. Still has 4 more monks. So he basically needs to play 3 spells and he'll be good to go. Well, very close to that. 4 spells would probably be guaranteed. 3 spells is a little closer depending on what the spells are. 1 blocker on the other side here. Chalice at 2. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. So the Chalice at 2 coming down to stop the Punishing Fire, and gonna go ahead and swing with some 2/2 monks. One of them is gonna get eaten by the Knight of the Reliquary, blocking. And crop rotating out. Grabbing a Mazavith. Mazing another one. Did he just remove that from the board? That is Mazavith, not that maze that exiles creatures that people play in Commander. That I'm not sure what interaction we just witnessed there. Three mana, another Knight of the Reliquary. Andrew, I mean, feels like he's stabilizing, but I mean, this Mystic Forge just threatens to blow things wide open. Walking Ballista getting targeted. He fires back at this Renin 6. Karn now looking to uptick. A couple of choices. We've got another Monastery Mentor has been found. He'll be coming down next turn. And Karn the Great Creator, that is going to shut off that Mox Diamond, get rid of the Chalice. Really a powerful element of that. Not only does it stop your opponent's 0 casting cost artifacts, you can also blow up Chalice of the Void. Karn just incredibly good in so many matchups. And again, a card that is restricted in Vintage that you can play as a 4 of here in Legacy. Punishing Fire cannot be played off of Mox Diamond. We may have seen an end step return the Punishing Fire. I'm not certain. I believe we're going to be very much out of control here. Urza's Baubles drawing some cards. And a Mycosynth Lattice. And Andrew's fine with that. Moving on to game number 2. Doesn't see much possibility of working his way out of that one. Mycosynth Lattice would have prevented him from doing anything on his turn other than attacking. Could have swung with his Knight of the Reliquaries at the Karns, forced a block. But then Kenton would have had the ability to tutor up additional cards with his Karns. Monastery Mentor was coming down, and at the end of the day here, this is a tournament where you're playing to the first or 2 wins, and Andrew needs the time to be able to get there. Even in a losing effort, Kenton's deck can take a lot of time. There's a lot of spells, a lot of interactions. He can start churning through his deck with Mystic Forge, potentially not get there, but still, if he eats up enough time on the clock, that will be potentially fine for him. Kenton up a game here. Andrew going to need to win 2. A draw this early in the tournament, not ideal. This was a 1K, giving out $1,000 in store credit. Was used on all sorts of cool stuff. I mean, of course, the people who made top 8 do have some incredible taste. Some of the goodness that people were grabbing included a foil Pact of Negation. Some quality foreign cards as well. And the champion getting this custom leather playmat on the right. Medusa art. Inspired as I started looking to find things for the Return to Theros. Always find inspiration in the tales from antiquity, myths and legends from different cultures. Always fascinated me, and you'll notice that trend in these custom mats that I make for every single event. And Andrew now mulling, putting that card on the bottom. Looks like he's going to be happy with his 6. And Windswept Heath go. Not a particularly explosive start here for Andrew. Kenton, on the other hand, a couple of baubles. And he's going to be looking to draw cards during his own upkeep. Turn to Thalia. And Thalia, a very disruptive card. I would say almost certainly better than Chalice against the deck. Oh, Walking Ballista. Talk about correcting me on the spot. Walking Ballista card I was not considering when I was drawing that comparison. Thalia, a lot easier for them to answer. If you had to pick an effect to be on the table, Thalia may actually be better, as it stops you from continually playing your spells off the top of the deck. Those 0 casting cost artifacts, not even a bargain when you're paying 1 for them, even if they are for free off the top of your deck. And instead, though, this Thalia easily answered with a creature spell in Walking Ballista, so didn't even have to pay the extra 1 to clear her. Of course, Walking Ballista, a mana sink for one of the infinite combos in this deck. Auriok Salvagers, which we have not seen yet, can go infinite with Lion's Eye Diamond, creating literally infinite mana, recurring it. Tap for 3, use 2 of it to return the LED, and then rinse and repeat for infinite of every color mana, and then you can win with a Walking Ballista very easily. Doing infinite damage to your opponent's face and any creatures they may have as well, if you choose. And Sylvan Library here, setting things up for Andrew. Dark Confidant as well, but it feels kind of bad. Mentor going underneath, and it seems like that Karn is absolutely best friends with Mentors every time. He just keeps finding these alternate win conditions. A Dark Confidant now taken care of by a second Walking Ballista. This one able to keep an extra counter or 2 extra counters it seems. I guess he was able to pay 6 there, removing 1 to take care of Dark Confidant. And man, Andrew's really got his back up against the wall here. So many of the cards in his deck soft to this Walking Ballista, and Kenton, just as is, would be able to grow this Walking Ballista turn over turn, and that alone would be extremely difficult, never mind all of these other lines of attack that Kenton's able to present here. This Karn going to be able to run away with the game as well, creating construct tokens, I believe they are. Also digging for card advantage. I mean, this is a very grim situation. Bomberman, a deck not really seen too much. Abrupt Decay takes down the Walking Ballista, showing some real fighting spirit here. But Andrew's board just pales in comparison here to this Planeswalker and pals that he's able to bring along to the party. It looks like we've got a Karn the Great Creator in hand as well. Creating another construct. Now Karn the Great Creator. And he's grabbing a Lion's Eye Diamond. Getting down the extra damage. Making, I believe, a 6/6 out of that construct. So presenting lethal just with the tokens generated by Karn. Blast Zone coming in with a counter. Plague Engineer and Renin 6 gonna be no match for these giant constructs. I'm not sure what that card is. Is that Glass Casket? That might be the new Glass Casket from Thrones of Eldraine. So I believe it is. We'll call it that. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong there. A bit of creature removal, taking out Andrew's last defenses, and Kenton showing a couple of different ways that Bomberman can get there. The really explosive Mystic Forge combos, or just riding out a Planeswalker to victory. Thanks for watching. That is all for this one, but don't worry, there is a lot more. You can check out our older videos, and we're always putting out new videos from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Massachusetts. If you want to help the channel, of course, you can like, subscribe, share, tap that notification bell so you can know the next time our new videos come out. Thanks for watching.